From a strictly football perspective, everything that Joe Mixon is fits what the Bengals look for and what they needed at running back. Marvin Lewis typically likes his lead backs to have great size, and Mixon has that, being 6'1", 230 pounds, and he's very athletic for that size as he has tremendous balance and burst, and his testing results prove that. Schematically, he fits what they need because he has experience in the zone blocking scheme, and he ran exclusively out of the shotgun and reading his gaps from outside to in, which is what they tried to do with Jeremy Hill, and it's clearly not worked. He doesn't limit what you can do because he can run zone and man concepts, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield at a high level. I just wish we could only look at this from a football perspective only.
Well, that's what we do. We are a football show. Now, Jordan, you were very excited about the prospect of drafting Mixon. Now that we have him, what do you grade the pick?
Giving us an A+ grade. Okay, I am very, very high on Joe Mixon. Okay, I think that he is probably the best running back in this entire draft class. The only reason why I wouldn't have gotten him is if two guys were available, and that's Forrest Lamp and Malik McDowell. And both those guys were gone before we picked, so I think that Joe Mixon was the clear-cut decision, okay? And the fact that now we have a two running back set with a Giovanni Bernard, a Joe Mixon, and we have wide receivers like John Ross and AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and Tyler Eifert. We have all these weapons around us, and if the O-line locks in, can pass block, and open up some holes for these backs, I honestly think that we could have the scariest offense in the entire league.
Well, that seems like a bold statement to some, but Jordan, you know, you have a good point. I mean, the Ross and Mixon have the kind of skill sets that could translate to the NFL immediately. Now, what about our third-round pick, John? Does he have that?
The good news about Jordan Willis is edge rushers with his athletic profile typically produce at a high level when they hit the prime of their careers. As an edge rusher, you look to see if they have burst, explosion, and fluid hips. The burst is indicated by his 1.54 second 10-yard split, the explosion shown by his 10-foot 5-inch broad jump, and the fluidity displayed with his 6.75 second 3-cone time. These are all elite testing numbers, and edge rushers have a high hit rate when they test like this. But I think as a football player, he's still 2 to 3 years away from translating that athleticism to actual production. And from a third-round pick, that's fine with me.
All right, Jordan, how do you grade the pick, and do you see him having an impact anytime soon?
I'm giving it an A- grade because I think value-wise, it is an amazing pick. I mean, people were having Jordan Willis late first round. So people were having him late first round, and the fact that we can get him, you know, in that third-round range is something that, you know, I'm very, very high on. Now, personally, I think that all of his numbers that he put up in the combines and whatnot, I think that we can all agree that he does not look that good on tape. So I would have went with more electric edge rusher guys, like I'm talking Tim Williams, Carl Lawson, or a Derek Rivers. I think those three guys I would have rather preferred, but I am solid with the Jordan Wilson. I'm very excited about how he progresses within these next couple years or so, but I think that he won't make as big as an impact, you know, instantly, which is what I was kind of looking for within that edge rusher position. So I think that value-wise, I think he's going to be a great player in this league for the next, you know, 6-7 years. But as of right now, I don't think he'll make that big of an impact. That's why I kind of notched it down from an A-. But value-wise, I think it was a very, very good pick. So I'm very happy about round 2 and 3 of the draft for us.
Yeah, Hoji, I know you've been waiting to give your take on the two picks, so go ahead.
Okay, I think I can keep this really short because I've explained everything that the Bengals need to do after this super exciting draft in my new hit single video. It's all over the charts. It's called Waiver Line. The link is here and it explains everything in detail. And of course, people are going nuts for this video, this single, which I can understand. Now, Pro Football Focus's Steve Palazzolo has said that we've really drafted 3 first-round draft picks. Couldn't agree more. I'm actually excited for once. And basically, this is Marvin Lewis's Hail Mary, okay? It's his last chance with the team. He's gotten us in John Ross, a receiver that's so fast that according to one source, which is actually Daddio, there's some concerns that his knees might just come off while he's running.
Yeah, I don't think you quite got what I was trying to say.
It's like when in those cartoons when you're trying to escape someone and like the ghost outdoes the person. I mean, and Mixon, Joe, he's awesome. I mean, this guy's great. And you know, I was a little bit concerned about the domestic abuse thing, but it wasn't really domestic abuse because the lady whose face he crushed wasn't his girlfriend, which I don't know if that makes it better, but I mean, it's just different, right? And then you've got Jordan Willis. The athleticism is through through the roof. The guy just, and if you think about the body is there, the physical capacity is there, but the guy needs more coaching, which we have, and he's going to get more creative. He's going to learn from your Dunlap. He's going to learn from your Atkins. So really what we have here is an exciting situation. That's my thoughts.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Hoji and Jordan and John. And we're going to continue covering the draft, rounds 4 through 7. So stick around and don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/DH Sports TV.